we bet again, we try again. You know how it goes. Yeah, let's go, my king. Hey, man, this is leader from here. Let's
The network.
It's killing me, man. I don't know why it's this bad today. Yeah, but let's not waste time. Let's talk about the child. What kind of child were you?
Like I said, I don't know where football came in, to be honest. But I know my dad was a football. But for me personally, I used to be with guns, man, cars, toys, and things. So started with like 6. Yeah, I would kick around, but not like you know, like like I wouldn't think it would be so far.
Wow, it's crazy because when I look at your stats, from 12 years old, you were like already a vice captain. So I thought maybe it's something you've been doing your whole life, bro. That's crazy.
To be honest, at 6 I started playing for Sunway Tigers, and you know at that age you just look to do the basics, man. Try to develop yourself as an individual. But I'm grateful to my parents for giving me the support, because I know now lately in football, most people have a talent, but they don't have the support required to be where they're supposed to be or to advance more in their career. So I'm grateful for my parents for the background I come in. You know, it wasn't the best growing up in a castle, as they call it, but we make the most of it, you know. And if it wasn't for the support of my parents, of a family, I don't think I would have been so far. So for that, I'll ever be grateful. You know.
Yeah, shout out. I've seen your mom cheering for you at the games, man. She's always behind
I know
you. Does she come to every game?
most of, if she can, but she say most of the time, 90% of the time. So I couldn't be more grateful.
Yeah, shout out. It's beautiful. I was like, oh, this year. And also it kind of boosted your confidence. Yeah, you were flying on mommy.
I know.
Also, like, what I liked about watching you, it was last week, I think. Yeah, you came in as a sub in the second half, and
Yeah,
you played so well with Ray Roger.
on the right hand side, yeah.
Bro, you complemented each other so well, and you changed the whole game within a space of minutes, and then you ended up even creating a goal out of a set piece, right?
That was straight from a training ground. We practiced it, and yeah, I just had to implement what we learned.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's even more
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
I, I, I can see that. So let's talk about you. When do you join? What do you call this? I forgot the name of the team. This one, Boxback.
Box, did you ask when did I leave?
When did you join the Easterns?
Um, oh, I don't know the exact to say date, but then I played for Easterns, I think, under 10.
Yeah.
I was 2 years ago vice captain. My third year under 13 before I moved to GDL. I was captain, so I captained the team. So it's a provincial tournament. So I play against Kaizer in Polokwane, what. So yeah, that's where it started from there.
And I realized that during that time you won the district tournament
We did
twice
twice in a row, yeah.
as a vice
And I
captain.
was privileged. As a, I won it once as a vice captain, and the second time was I was captain.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, fine. Like you won it as a vice captain, which you get credit, but the next year you are now the main captain,
Yeah.
and you win it again as a captain. How does this one feel now?
To be honest, you know, when you go in such tournaments, you don't think of captaincy. You just think of exposing yourself as a player and learning from those tournaments. You know, playing against different provinces and compare yourself as an individual. You know, so I wasn't focused on the armband. I was focused on what I can do as a player, what I can contribute to the team. But as the armband came, I took it and I took responsibility. You know, being a captain at that age teach you responsibility already. because you forced to lead a team. So I was honored, I was privileged to lead such a team and lucky enough to pick up a trophy.
Yeah, shout out. You wanna downplay it. I see you. It's a big thing, captaining like a team at such a young age, and even going to win the tournament. It shows a lot of responsibility. What would you say you've learned from being a captain of a team at such a young age? What did you take with you coming to Kaizer Chiefs now?
Please repeat, I can't hear you, man.
Okay, I'm saying you've been a captain at a very young age. That surely taught you something. What is it that you took with you coming to Kaizer Chiefs now as in stepping into becoming a senior player?
Just be an independent player. You know, us as players, we usually rely on other people in terms of we look for excuses. So
Ooh.
if you make a if you have a bad game, try to look for excuses to make yourself feel better. So what I took moving into such a academy or development structure is I must be responsible for my actions and what I can do to improve my game. Because at the end of the day, stats speak, man. If you get promoted to the first team, they're gonna say you scored 5 goals in 10 games, 30 assists in 25 games. So you should be focused on your individual performance and also contribute to the team.
Thanks. So, while speaking about individual performance, how do you make sure that you improve that besides like going to training every day? What else do you do?
To be honest, my motivation to keep going, you know, us as footballers, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna put it out there straight. There is that days where you feel like, yo, must be trained now. But the only motivation is me not being where I want to be as yet. You know, I know me being a Chiefs, most people think, you know, I feel I've made it, I feel it's the end, but I'm not where I wanna be.
Where do you want to be?
I don't see myself playing in South Africa, to be honest. So, yeah, the goal is obviously finish school, hopefully get something overseas. Not sure where, how, but I trust in the man above, and we'll just keep working.
You know, like the good thing I want to tell you about being a captain. Already, it shows the potential, your potential future club that you've been a leader from a young age. They can trust you. So you see that thing is playing a big role, and it's going to help you going forward. And should there be another opportunity for you to be a vice captain or a captain? I suggest do take it with both hands and use your experience to lead, man.
I know to wear the armband for such a big team. I know I wore it for Chiefs already under 15. You won't believe me when I say I was captain of Umduduzi, Dando, most of the TDC players. I captained them in under 15 GDL Cup. And I was one of the youngest players. I played under TD Soletoleniane. I think I was 13 and they were all 14. And I captained them. So, I mean, it's not about age. That's something football has taught me. If you have that arrogance, not arrogance in terms of I'm better than you, but arrogance in terms of I can do the job. You already have confidence leading up to the game.
Yeah, it's like you're being ready to fight for your team, to stand by them. Yeah, shout out. That's beautiful. So, like, moving to Kaizer Chiefs, how does that happen? When do you get the call, and how does that feel
I'm
when you first
not
came?
gonna lie. This is a funny story. Actually, I played for my former team. At time it was the Black Aces. So we played a friendly against, not a friendly league game against Chiefs. It was our first league game for the season. I was playing under 13, and playing against Chiefs, you wanna prove a point, you know.
Yeah.
And to set pieces, to free kicks, corners, everything. That game I was not gonna lie, but I didn't think okay Chiefs would pick me up. So after the game, I saw my dad speaking to was it Brian Baloy? I think that time he was still part of the development, the goalkeeper coaches, and he referred my father to I think it was Sidiso that time. Sidiso and Coach German, but I wasn't aware. So that was a Saturday we played, and the Monday from school my dad picks me up and we go to. I was supposed to go to Black Aces training, but I see no man. He's taking a different road. Where we going? And he tells me no, you have a trial at Chiefs in the car. So mentally, mentally you're nervous. You don't know what to do. You approach the
Ew.
flash. You see the, And I grew up supporting a team. I went to the stadium with my father. You know that. the love you have for the team and to find yourself here. But one of the things he told me is play football. Football is the same, regardless whether you play for Liverpool, Man City, Chiefs. Football stays football. So do what you know what to do. And when I came here, I kept a level head, just did my best. And yeah, they took me. I played 3 games under 13. I made my debut against Sundowns under 13. We drew 2-2. And in the following week, I got pushed up to under 15. So, I mean, for me, it is just God's grace and my hard work, reflection of our hard work I've put in.
Oh man, I don't know what I'd do. I'd go crazy. Like. I can just imagine we've arrived. Like, yo, what are you saying?
And I didn't know what to ask him. I was like, okay, so you decided to tell me now. By the time you're a youngster, man, excited, but you're nervous also. When you come in the village, it's a new environment, players around you, and you look at them and you think, okay, will I match their ability? Will I do that? My dad could see I'm nervous, but it's like he said, I took his advice to say football is football. So just play how you know to play, Don't change your game because you're playing for a different team. But as I adapted to the club and to the environment, I had to change my game as an individual to adapt to the way Chiefs play. Because like he says, you don't play from the back. There's no structured formation. Just kick forward and try to score on the counter. So yeah, I was taught, the basics, how to play from the back, how to be composed on the ball, flight of the ball, movement of the ball. So that is, I'm grateful for being here. I'm here 6 years now. So everything that I've learned, I'll take it to the next stage, to the next step, wherever that might be.
Yeah, what would you want to achieve with Kaizer Chiefs before you maybe leave one day?
Hopefully make a first team. Make my GDC debut as soon as possible. But like I said, the prime goal is overseas. And with that, as a player, you wanna represent your country, your national team. It has been my dream since. But with the age and the different tournaments, sometimes it skips a year. So if it comes, it comes. But I'm focused on developing. They say learn every day. So wherever I go, yeah. But I mostly what I tell myself is one day at a time, man, because if you think too much about the future, when you're in the present, you won't do what you're supposed to.
Oof, facts. That goes in like not just in football, even in life as well. If you think too much about the future, you never get the present done. Like, shout out, man, shout out. Thank you for that. Okay, so now you're at Chiefs. You're around big personalities now. How do you keep composure? Is that scary, or are you super excited? Are you living a weird kind of dream? What's happening? It's your first week here.
My first week at Chiefs. I'm just trying to prove a point. I'm not worried about the people surrounding me. I show respect to the coaches. I show respect to the teammates. But I know I am here, so I'm trying to prove a point. Trying to prove that I'm not just adding numbers. I'm here to actually contribute to the team, and I'm an asset to the team. So every day, you focus on that. There's times at school, when I'm checking the clock, when it's school ending, I want to go to train, I want to prove a point. And that is the age of what, 12, 13. So already at that age, you have that eagerness to want to do better for yourself.
Facts, facts. What were some of the challenges you faced like during those times?
Like I said, the playing from the back,
That,
adapting to being
that's the only.
held up from the back because I'm taught. And that game I played as a midfielder. So Chiefs technically scouted me as a midfielder, but Siliso moved me as a centre back. And now I play right back. So at Black Aces, you receive a ball, you open your body, you look forward. Even if it's not on, you try to play a diagonal pass. So when I came the side, he taught me composure with the ball up, look for the open spaces, movement of the ball. You can see Chiefs is a team that knows what they're doing and knows what they want from their players.
Yeah, because what I've realized is that you're not even rushing to score. You're not rushing to like create unnecessary or
I know, excuse me?
I thought I disturbed you. You wanted to say something?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying, I could see from your play that you're not rushing to score. You're not kicking the ball forward. You're playing like you're saying, from the back, and then it goes gradually gets to the front. But I kind of like had some mixed feelings about the attacking department, like especially the midfield, like going forward. But that's a story for another day. We'll see that one another day. I don't want to get you in trouble because you might end up doing some things. Yeah, man. So, like, what do you think like can be implemented in this the developments that can help like make players even better? I believe that since you're in there, you can know better.
To be honest, the facilities you stop. You know, as a player, this is everything you dream of. But what I feel that the team can do better is give more youngsters an opportunity. Man. Because here we are giving our all every day, and you feel not basically demotivated, if I can put it that way. Because if you look to the first team, there's only 3-4 players being promoted in the space of 3 years. And then you look at players like Sabelo Radebe, players like Nobo. And that was core key players for our development. I mean, they won the Disney Shield for us a few years ago. And then they get promoted to first team and they don't get game time. So now you ask yourself as a footballer, what do you prefer? Getting money that side or playing? You know? And me personally, money is an attribute, because it can help your family, but you as a footballer mentally, you're okay when you're on the field. When you're off the field, you're not okay. Mentally, you're not in the right state because who would want to go to training every day and watch your peers play? You know? So it's a question to ask yourself when you're here. Will I get the opportunity to go outside? What is the stats? Who gets promoted? What type of players gets promoted? When they get promoted, do they play? You know,
Oh
yeah,
man.
it's a,
Oh, that's crazy. So you're saying like if they promote you, you're first gonna look at if you are ready to compete. If you're not, then you might not take the promotion.
that's what I'm saying. If you're promoting me, you should already be you giving me that to say I think you can compete. So why promote me and leave me on the bench? You know, so promote me, give me that contract, give me experience, let me gain experience training with first team players, with senior players, but then make me play with the DCC because game time is important to grow as a footballer.
Hmm. Yeah, I hear you. I think it's better than being on the bench all the time. Yeah, I understand. I never thought about it like that. I thought it's just a matter of waiting for the opportunity, and then if that one day comes, you take it with both hands. But
But
yeah,
as a that's the worst feeling to ask yourself, must I be patient or am I on the verge of giving up? Because mentally you can only go to a certain state. Then you are gonna question yourself, you're gonna question the ability, and you're gonna end up not wanting to play football anymore. You know, there's a lot of footballers I know. It's around me daily. And they talented, but they barely get game time. So as a player, as an individual, they don't grow, you know. And then they start doubting their ability in themselves. So then they just don't progress. So that's what makes most footballers what makes most footballers tend to give up, you know.
yeah, I understand. Tell that man I want him on the line.
You went inside. No, I didn't see him. Sorry.
All right, cool. So, like, if you had a contract from Saudi, let's say it's one third of the money that they're giving you in a proposed contract in a, let's say, I don't want to say Kaizer Chiefs because you're in Kaizer Chiefs. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say Pirates is giving you like 10 million, a 10 million contract, and then Saudi's like, yo, bro, I'm giving you maybe 7. Are you taking that? Where are you going?
Yo, there's a lot of things to consider, man. The league that side, is it competitive? You know, will you grow as a player that side? And then this side, the money is nice. You know, as a footballer, who wouldn't want 10 mil per month? You know? But then it's also a fact that will you progress the side. So I prefer going overseas, gain experience, and then maybe retire the side again.
So, like, do you ever think about life after football?
Hey, no, not really. School. Yeah, I'm not even
Okay.
gonna lie. I maybe wanna go into a sports scientist or something to do with sport because it's my passion.
Yeah, because like sometimes you wait until you're 27, 28 to start thinking about these things. But football is one of one kind of an unpredictable career. Like you never know. Next week you can get an injury that sets you off. Like you're gone. So somehow you have to always be sharp, and that's why I'm saying never like turn your back on your studies, bro. Like focus on that. What are you studying for?
Me, I'm currently in matric, so I'm looking to get a senior certificate. Depending on the marks, I'll probably study next year. Also, where I'll play next year in terms of which team or which age group level here at the Chiefs setup. But I will see as it goes. But like I said, sports science is one of the things that I'm interested in outside of football now.
Shout out. So, man, this is one of the parts. I believe you know this part by now. You, you you mentioned how much your parents have been there for you. So this is the part where I want you to say something to them, like the appreciation message, and then I'll pass you the clip.
Excuse me, please repeat, man. I didn't hear you properly.
You said your parents have been there for you since day one, right? Especially your moms. So this party, I want you to like send her a message, say whatever you want to say to her, appreciation message, and then I'll send you this clip. And yeah.
I just want to say thank you, mom, for all the support you've given me. And I know it hasn't been easy, but I promise you to be all worth it in the end.
That was short, bro.
Oh man, you must keep it short, eh?
Sorry, you saying? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh no, I was surprised because that was super short. Like,
I can make it longer, but no, man.
it sounds like you're not really appreciative, but I.
No, man, I do appreciate the blind, but to say, that's personal, man. You're not gonna say everything you want to because it's an open platform. You know.
Oh, okay. So do you have some sort of a dream for your mom? Something you wanna do for her?
Um, to get me to where I am today. So, if I were to send her a thank you message, it would be including all the sacrifices she made, where we come from, all of that.
Alright, shut up. Yo, we're getting close to the end, guys. If you have any valuable question, like a respectful question, you can drop it in the comment section. And like remember, if it's something that's kind of not respectful, we're not gonna entertain it because this man here is under contract and stuff. We don't want him getting in trouble. Because sometimes we invite you on the interview just to cross you and kind of set you up and have you say some things that lead you into being in trouble and stuff like that. So I'm trying to avoid that so that when you leave here, it can just be about your career and hopefully inspire upcoming generations as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, first game tomorrow. How you feel? I think you answered this one.
As I answered,
Uh, yeah, you can go again.
first game tomorrow, Joburg City, we played them in the Chidia League, in the league. So We know they played for it a bit. I won't now discuss tactics, but the team is looking good. And we just go in there to fight, and do our best. Hopefully get the 3 points, 6 points from the second game as well, and leading into Saturday. We will hopefully be in a comfortable position.
Yeah, shout out. We'll be there. We'll be watching. The next one, who is the most skilled player you've ever played against? Yeah.
Played against, so that excludes teammates, no?
I'm not gonna be so sure, but yeah, let's say against. Let's exclude them.
Against. It's a hard one. But I remember that there's a player from Supersport, Eva. He plays now for Cape Town City, if I'm not mistaken. He has dreads, left winger, very quick feet, quick on the ball, movement of the ball. So that's what made it a bit challenging, difficult to defend against.
Shout out. I don't know him. I'll have to check him out. Some that are just in love. Yeah. I don't know what Mfundo is saying because he's speaking Afrikaans. You might understand.
But then,
What does that mean?
you want the direct translation?
Sorry?
You want the direct translation of it?
Either way, however you feel comfortable.
I bet it's saying, man. It's to say, oh, Lani Vatkin in English is the boy who knows. Yeah, basically.
Alright. So next question, how does it feel to play for Chiefs, especially when there are so many people who wanted to play for Chiefs?
Like I say, every day when I step on the field, I'm grateful to represent the badge, to be in a setup. But then you also get reminded that there is so many people that wants to be where you are. So you should work to keep your position because every day there's another day to prove yourself. So I'll forever be grateful, remain humble, keep on working.
Shout out. How do you handle the pressure? Yeah, this one is very important because playing for Chiefs already comes with pressure. How do you handle that one?
To be honest, you just try and do your best, man, on the field. You don't worry about the pressure, but there's a saying, pressure makes diamonds, So when the pressure is there, when you feel the heat, it pushes you to do better because there's people outside expecting that from you. And you don't want to let them down, and yourself down. So it makes you a better player, it pushes you to do better.
Shout out. So this one is asking if you're playing Rowan tomorrow.
If I'm playing?
Rowan. I don't know what is Rowan.
I'm not sure if he's playing, but he does play for Joburg City, yes. I'm not sure if he's playing tomorrow.
Oh, he's a player?
Yeah, he's a player.
Alright. This one is saying you're the GOAT, showing love. This one is the same question. How does it play? Yeah. So I want to ask, I saw you with Van Persie. What was going on?
You saw me yet?
With Van Persie, yo, bro, damn.
With Pace?
Van Persie. Van Persie.
Oh, Robin Van Persie, sorry, man. That was a international tournament, basically. So, what? I think it was under 12, 13 tournament, if I'm not mistaken. So it was basically like a national team setup. There's coaches that pick from all over the province, the country, and then there was open trial. So they pick players that they feel is worthy of playing for the team, and then there's trials after that. So they cut after the trials. So yeah, at that stage already, like I said, the pressure, you know what is at stake. At that age, they just telling you you're going to Netherlands if you make the team. You want to explore countries, you want to do this, you want to do that. It was already a tick on the box, getting myself overseas already, so I know what it feels like. But answering the question, that tournament, like I said, it was a big team. And then when you get there, you compete against teams like Feyenoord, teams from Netherlands. I played against Chelsea, I played against Tottenham, played against Liverpool. Liverpool beat us in a quarter final actually. So for South African team, we competed, and I mean, I learned a lot from my tournament. And the team was called SA All Stars. I know Puma was our sponsor at that time. Yeah, so it was just I just took it as an opportunity, to improve myself as a footballer. But that's why I say the end goal is to go back overseas because I've been to places like Sweden, Italy, Netherlands, Spain, and that is all just big teams.
Well, bro, like you have a crazy journey. Before that, let me ask you this: like, outside of football, did you have any challenges in life? Personal challenges?
There's a lot. There's a lot, not gonna lie. There's a lot.
You want to touch on one?
Basically, like I said, the background, and with the family, when you go back home to see how they're doing, it's not as good as you imagine. So it's not easy, man. Like I said, I'm a big mommy's boy, so to see my mother go through different challenges and hardships when you're back at home, it's not easy, man.
So how do you feel like when you look at where you come from and having traveled the world, being a captain at such a young age, won like, oh, bruh. How do you feel when you look back, coming from a disadvantaged background?
Um, I'm humbled, and that just shows what hard work can do. But also, I wouldn't take all the credit. All that goes to my parents and to the man above. I thank him for the talent he's given me, and for his grace and his mercy upon me, upon my life. So I wouldn't take the credit. All of it goes to them, and I thank them and the man above.
Shout out. Like, who do you look up to? Like, which player? Who are your role models?
Yeah, in South Africa, it's actually two right backs because I'm basing my role model on the style of play. So yeah, it's our two right backs, Solomons and Reef Rosler. But in overseas, there's players like, because I'm a Liverpool supporter. Players like Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and this Kyle Walker, Joao Cancelo. There's a lot, man, because it's European players. They play Champions League, National Team, World Cup. So you can basically look up to all of them because they have that experience.
Shout out. Just to put it out there and maybe even had a few people. Kyle Walker is the best right back of all time. Yeah, like it or not. How many years? How many years? That guy stopping Vinicius today. He's been playing with the likes of Bale. Come on. Okay, motivational speech for players.
Motivational speech.
Yes, that's what they ask.
Yo, I'm gonna answer the way I motivate myself. Just think about why you started playing the game, and if you're having hardships and trouble, think about how far you've come and why. If you're going through hardships, why would you stop there? And there's a saying that I also take every day that says, quitting and going on, both of them hurt, so you must choose which pain you'd rather prefer to go through.
You want to add something?
Now I was just speaking to another players here, sorry.
No. Okay, so like now I'm about to release you. So let's play a little game before. Right? You ready? You're just gonna pick between two players. It's nothing hectic. Yeah, let's start. Let's start there. Let's start there by the village. Mpundo Shabala.
It is unfair. It is very unfair. Can't I pick both? Do I have to pick
You can pick both. You can be political about it.
No, both of them is just too good. But if I had to pick, I'll say Obi because I share my daily life with him. We spend more time together. I know him on the field and off the field. I know him as an individual, what he goes through. So, Mfundo, yeah, I'll pick him.
Okay, so like let me ask about the new ones in the first team. Msimango or Dikroko?
I'm Simon.
Mm. Okay, let's go overseas. Van Dijk of yours or Sergio Ramos?
Sergio. I have to pick Sergio.
Ooh,
Sergio Ramos.
wow.
His aggression, man. His aggression, his arrogance, his presence. You know, if you're playing against a centre back like it as a opposition, as a striker, you're gonna think twice. Do I take him on? Because you know he has his presence alone. You know, so I'll pick
Facts.
Ramos. Now recently, Van Dijk, I don't know, man. His
I
attribute is
understand.
his attribute is long balls. You know, play the ball over the top. He has a decent technique. One-on-one defending. But recently, I don't know, the whole team of mine has been off. So Sergio.
So, but we settling with Ramos, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Hazard or Coutinho?
Hazard, oh?
Coutinho.
Prime Hazard. Chelsea Hazard. Hazard.
You seem so sure.
If Hazard used to
Okay,
kill every team.
let me ask this question here because it's going to disappear. They're asking like the worst mistake you've made in a game and how did you mentally put yourself out of the situation? That's a beautiful question.
There was a game against Islands Park. It's 1-1. I came on as a sub. And you know, coming on as a sub, you expected to influence the game positively. And it was a throw-in. We stepped up, the back line stepped up, and they brought in a cross. And I was caught, my positioning was wrong. So my first touch was into the opposition. And he just shot it for, and it was 2-1. So I basically conceded the second goal to make us lose. And that 3 points was needed because we were second on the log. If we got the 3 points, we'll go first. So, you know, after the game, these players, the coaches, they speak, man. Mentally, I wasn't okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was off social media, you know. But one thing that I did is I went back to the game because it was on Super Sports Schools. So I went back to the game and I analyzed how can I improve, what I could have done better, you know, in that situation. And it was basically just my body positioning because I was facing the ball instead of being open body. So I didn't see the opponent on my right hand side. So it was basically
Uh,
just my. So now, a situation, if it's again in that same situation, now I know defending, you open up your body. So I took it as a lesson rather than a loss, but mentally I wasn't okay because you know you let the team down. You feel like you came on as a sub, you cost the team. And I'm not gonna lie, there is people in the team that speak, you know, that talk. Yeah, he did this, he did that. But you should just, it's gone. You know, you can't fix it. Yeah, I was sulking, I was angry. But I told myself Monday we back at training and we just work hard, we fix it. And yeah, I am today. I forgot about that mistake. I learned about it. You know, so just don't be too hard on yourself.
yeah, shout out, man. Like, hey, mistakes do happen. There's no way you can be perfect. It's not possible. So, like, Kulu or Omega? I don't know. I don't know about those ones.
Kulu, Omega.
Yeah, I don't know them.
They play two different positions though. Kulu is a left center back and Omega is a left back. So
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think the question that's been thrown down here. Do you have like any one of your best friends here that I can recognize?
on the live,
Yeah, did you recognize anyone?
uh, yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, yeah. Can you name one?
This one, yeah, I don't know. Can you see me calling Dupreez? Yeah, he's actually Dupreez's brother in the first team. What's his handle? I don't know how to pronounce it. Eng Slosh or something like that. Eng Slosh, something like that.
What?
Can you see?
No, 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 no.
his profile picture, whatever you call it, is he's wearing a Chiefs hoodie, man. EGON. EGON.
Yo,
Can you see?
yo, EG, can you please hit the request button there? Yo, shut up. There's another question here, Obi or Matala?
Obi has more experience.
I think the question is pretty specific, like in the under 17. Like you taking Obi back to his under 17 state.
Yeah. Excuse me?
You understand what the question is saying?
Obi or Matala?
Yeah, but they're saying Obi when he was 17, not now.
Oh, sorry. Obi when I was 17. But he's then now 17, so Obi. He's in 17 now, so.
This guy. Did you go for some media training or something? Because you're answering wow.
Deep now, but I realized he's in 17 is my age, so.
Okay, which player do you admire the most in the development?
Which player do I?
Which player do you admire the most in the development?
I look up to, there's quite a few, but Uso Ditejana is one of the players I do respect in a development setup. Him, Sia, Omega, you know, those three stand out.
Shout out, man. I want to release you because you're not getting a hold of Egon. Is it Egon? Yeah. So I don't want to waste any more of your time, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope next time we speak, we'll be celebrating a title or something.
Definitely, you can hit me back.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Definitely, you can hit me up around Sunday around 8 or 9 and I'll have a medal. No stress. Let's do we go.
I love the confidence. The good thing is I'll be there. I'll be watching. Alright, shout out, man. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Alright, then let me let you go so I can say my goodbyes. Alright, man. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been beautiful. And shout out to the comment section. It's always beautiful. And we are here. Let's meet again tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Conversation with the Stars.